So how does cellulite happen? I actually have a conversation about that in my first book, Deep
Oh,
Nutrition. And I have a little diagram of like what is the difference between fat that has cellulite in it and fat that is not cellulite. And the difference is connective tissue. So the connective tissue is the stuff that are like our ligaments are made out of that. What supports our skin is a layer of collagen that's flexible. And the more of that flexible collagen we have in our skin, like it's like if you built a house and you spaced out the 2x4s in your walls a little too far, the house is going to be less sturdy. The walls are going to be kind of wibbly. Well, that is almost literally what happens with cellulite. We have less supporting infrastructure, collagen infrastructure. And why does that happen? I don't know that it's genetic. I think it's really more epigenetic, which is another concept I talk about, that how your parents' nutrition affected you. If that goes on long enough, then yes, it becomes genetic. But in the short term, you have a lot more control over your child's connective tissue than you've ever heard. And it's so important to make sure that you eat right in pre-pregnancy, during pregnancy, and feed your children right so that they don't end up with a connective tissue deficit just because your mother didn't get enough, or maybe your mother and your grandmother. If you don't have enough connective tissue in your body fat to support healthy skin, what will happen to your children? We don't know, but I know it's going to get worse if we don't eat properly. And it could get worse to the point where, say, now you have 10% body fat, which is an unhealthy low amount, but you still look like you have cellulite. And I'm starting to see, this is what's terrifying me, is that I'm starting to see babies who, they're walking around naked and you see their little butts and normal amount of baby fat, but they're dimpled like cellulite. That is not normal. That is abnormal. And that is epigenetic, because some of these actually, in my own family, I've seen this. And I didn't see it on my little sister when she was walking around naked, but I do see it on her child. And it's not her fault, because I think it was epigenetic, and it's not my mother's fault. I'm not looking to blame people. I'm looking to understand how this happens, and how very, very, to see and say how very, very important it is that we don't do the pregnancy thing mindlessly on a whim and a prayer, crossing our fingers and just, going to our OBGYN and counting on the medical system to help us have a healthy baby. Forget about it. The medical system loves it when your babies are unhealthy, because one unhealthy baby can cost $500,000. That means $500,000 of pure profit.